open approach for hiring foreign workforce cannot be done. Iceland volcano erupts after weeks of seismic activity. Hello and good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. I'm Jessica Lee. Welcome to Updates at Noon. The government cannot adopt an overly open approach when it comes to hiring foreign workforce at present. Now, Human Resource Minister Datuk Sri M. Saravanan said that the government and ministry's focus currently was to provide job opportunities for Malaysians, especially when the country is still struggling with the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. He explained that since there was still a freeze on hiring foreign workforce and the country's borders too were still closed, a detailed study on the hiring of foreign workers for several sectors needed to be carried out first.
Kita akan adakan mesyuarat bersama KDN dan Kementerian Sumber Manusia pada 29 hari bulan. Dan saya telah meminta Datuk KSU Kementerian Sumber Manusia untuk membentang beberapa kertas kerja supaya kita dapat memperhalusi. Pada masa sama, kita masih perlukan pekerja asing, tetapi kita tidak boleh mengambil satu pendekatan terbuka. Kita perlu mengkaji secara mendalam supaya dia tidak membawa keburukan kepada warga tempatan.
The two initiatives via the Communications and Multimedia Ministry, or KKMM, increased subsidy for the purchase of smartphones and My Baik Hati under the strategic program to empower people and the economy. Perkembangan will help B40 households own devices. The Minister Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah said the initiatives will enable them to learn, work and trade online, as well as continue to sustain their lives under the new norm. Under Perkembangan, the government increased the subsidy for the purchase of handphones from RM180 to RM300 for B40 households. He said the subsidy would be channeled to eligible recipients of Bantuan Prihatin Rakyat (BPR), especially households with school-going children. He said other than that, an alternative plan, namely data rebate, will also be introduced for families and individuals at RM15 per month for 12 months, adding that the RM2 billion subsidy program would be implemented by early May. The My Baik Hati program, which began on the 18th of March, is a crowdsourcing campaign aimed at collecting and repairing used devices for use by children from the B40 group. My Baik Hati, which involves 6 telecommunication companies, namely Celcom Axiata Berhad, DG Telecommunications Syndrome Berhad, Maxis Berhad, U Mobile Syndrome Berhad, Telekom Malaysia Berhad and Time.com Berhad, will run for 12 months, starting from the Klang Valley before going nationwide. Datuk Saifuddin also welcomed telecommunication companies to further intensify additional data quota, apart from offering affordable internet packages to everyone so that nobody is left behind in the country's transformation towards digitalization and industrial revolution 4.0. In other matter, Datuk Saifuddin has reminded media practitioners to exercise caution in their reports on the COVID-19 vaccine. The minister said inaccurate reports may have an impact on the national COVID-19 immunization program, now actively being carried out to contain the pandemic. He said media practitioners should ensure validity as issues concerning vaccines and its effects are very sensitive. And if inaccurate news is spread, it can cause worry and disrupt the vaccination exercise. The Indra Makota MP was commenting on recent local reports on the vaccine that have triggered reactions from frontliners and netizens. Meanwhile, Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah also made the same call, advising media practitioners to report only news news confirmed by the Health Ministry. He said the media also needs to disseminate information related to the program responsibly, as this involved the future of the people and the country. He said this was because the vaccination exercise actively being carried out in Malaysia and around the world was the best method in the effort to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. Recently, National COVID-19 Immunisation Programme Coordinating Minister Khairi Jamaluddin, via his official Twitter, expressed his displeasure over the headline used by a local newspaper, which seemed to unfairly link the death of a nurse in Kedah to the COVID-19 vaccination. A total of 328 foreign workers aged between 20 to 60 years old were arrested in a raid at a commercial construction centre at Jalan Imbi, Kuala Lumpur last night. The raid was led by Deputy Home Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Ismail Mohamad Said and Malaysian Immigration Department Director General Datuk Khairul Zaimi Daud. In the raid, 204 Bangladeshis, 108 Indonesians, 4 Indian nationals, 9 Myanmar nationals and 3 individuals of other nationalities were detained. According to Datuk Sri Dr. Ismail, the detainees will undergo document screening to verify their permit, and they were sent to the site by their respective employers.
Itu memang kita akan ambil tindakan yang tegas kerana kita tidak boleh membiarkan keadaan ini berlaku di mana pendatang atau pekerja asing yang datang ke tempat kita mesti mempunyai dokumen yang sah, majikan yang sah dan dihantar ke tempat di mana didaftarkan oleh majikan itu untuk bekerja. Kita tidak boleh kata dia daftar di tempat A, dia pergi ke tempat B.
Datuk Sri Dr. Ismail also informed that the detainees that do not have any valid working permit will be placed at the Bukit Jalil Immigration Detention Centre. And men's singles star Lee Ji-jia produced a near-perfect performance to beat world number 1 Kento Momota to advance to the semi-finals of the All England. Ji-jia, the world number 10, defeated the Japanese superstar 21-16, 21-19 in the quarterfinals at the Utilita Arena in Birmingham on Friday. Ji-jia, who came into the tournament on the back of poor outings at recent tournaments, surged to a straight games victory in 55 minutes. It was a fantastic result for the 22-year-old Malaysian, as the win was also his first in 7 meetings after he had lost all his 6 previous meetings to the 2-time world champion. The Kedah-born will face Dutchman Mark Kello today for a place in the final. The world number 36 booked his semi-final spot by beating India's Lakshya Sen 21-17, 16-21, 21-17 in the last 8. A win will make him the first Malaysian men's singles player to qualify for the prestigious tournament's finals since Lee Chong-wei in 2017. Now in local football, a 38-minute strike by Myanmar winger Hiet Ang was enough to give Selangor FC2 a 1-0 win over Kelantan United FC in their Premier League match at the Selayang Municipal Council Stadium. Throughout the first 45 minutes, Selangor 2 constantly controlled the game with several attempts on the visitors' goal. At 7 minutes before half-time, Hiet Ang managed to score the only goal of the match. The second half then saw balanced actions between the two teams until the final whistle. The 19-year-old's goal, his second in the league after his first strike in the opening game against PDRM FC earlier this month, helped coach Michael Feitenbeiner's team jump to third in the standings with 9 points from 4 matches. Kelantan United FC remained 5th with 7 points after 5 games. Selangor FC2 will now travel to the Perak Stadium in Ipoh to take on Perak FC2 on April 2nd, while Kelantan United FC will take on Brick Brothers Kelantan FC at the Sultan Muhammad IV Stadium in Kota Baru on April 3rd. And with that, we conclude updates at noon. In our top story, open approach for hiring foreign workforce cannot be done. Tune in to News at 10, coming up at 10 p.m. on My Freeview Seller and Berita RTM channel 123. Now you can also stream the news on YouTube or via RTM's Click web portal and mobile app. I'm Jessica Lee. Stay tuned to TV2.